Hello everybody and welcome to BRL Split 1 here at Austria. Once again, BRL Blue Flag in the booth. Looks like we have a Alpha on track. It is the Alpha of Ferrari Nut. And we also have Alan Hugo out on track. So Austria home to the fastest lap times of the year. Not the fastest, highest average speed, but they do have the shortest lap times with low 1 minute lap times as we have Newman going on track. And one thing with Austria is the fact that the lap times are so short that lap traffic during your hot lap is, it is a big factor and is kind of crucial. As we're going to join on Ferrari Nut for his flying lap, see what he can do. Nice and cautious through that first turn. Very easy to run wide and invalidate your lap there. This is going to rise up to the hill. Can brake super late here because of the hill. And it's a second gear turn. Let me go through the second DRS activation point. So far looking like a strong lap from Ferrari now. And once again with that lap traffic, there was just a lapper there. Luckily he got out the way, else that could have been his lap test. As he's gonna come across the line into the third DRS activation. It's gonna be a 105 from Ferrari. That's a solid lap from him. We're gonna go on board with Chandler, who is about to finish his lap as Alan Hugo sets him to 104.8. Great lap from him. See what Chandler could do. 104.2, so he sets the bar there. The championship leader, the man who's won gosh knows how many of the past races. Deer Hunter bumps up to third with a 105.0. Taylor Clan 105.1 slots in behind his Toro Rosso teammate. And Sparky in fifth with a 105.4. Boss Cookie's on a lap. Let's see what he can do. As there are multiple yellow flags, probably just drivers getting out the way for people on hot laps. Nice and wide there for the Ferrari of Boss Cookie there, trying to use as much track as possible so that he can carry as much speed as he can through these corners. He's gonna come across the line. What's it gonna be? He's going to go second with a 104.7, so amazing lap for the Ferrari. Really good job there. It looks like Jared's going on the hards there. And I don't think he's on a flying lap right now. I think he's on his cooldown. As we have Aldifer and Ham, who actually disconnected. He's on his flyer he's on his outlap getting ready for his flyer. Let's see what the championship rival can do. Unlucky in France last week. Managed to scrap away with a few points, but hoping that he can hopefully bounce back from what happened in France and bring the fight to Chandler for the rest of the season. So he locks up a little bit going into turn 1. Sparky has left the session, so I don't know what that's about. Coming up to the hairpin comes Ham. Looks like he's gonna have Aldifer, who is also on a hot lap right in front of him. This could get interesting because they're both on hot laps. So, and Ham is definitely closing. So, and Aldifer just made a little mistake. He went a little. He lost the rear end a little bit coming out of that turn. And now, yep, Aldifer is just gonna abandon his lap, I think, or he didn't even start one. And it looks like he's gonna go again. As Ham's gonna be coming across the line, what's it gonna be? 104.6, so he's gonna slide in the second, pushing Boss Cookie down the third. As now Aldifer is on a hot lap. So is Meanfern, I believe. Let's see what Meanfern can do. Already settled 106.9 on the hards. See what Aldifer is gonna set. As he's making his way through the middle sector, the double left-handers coming up. Very crucial part of the circuit. A lot of time can be gained. Also, a lot of time can be lost. As he's gonna come into the final two right-handers. Another crucial spot as much as those two lefts in the middle sector. Runs a little bit wide, and let's see what Aldifer can set. He's going to jump up to 10th in the hards with a 2.2 seconds down from Chandler, who's on the softs. So a lot of strategies going here, so you could definitely see the hard to soft and the soft to hard strategy, as well as a medium strategy. I think that's kind of an extreme strategy. I don't know what that strategy is, to be exact. See if we have anybody else on a hot lap. Looks like Cheesy Train's on a hot lap. Oh, he runs wide. See what he can set on the medium compound. So I think he invalidated. Looks like Chandler just came off a hot lap. He went down to 104.1. We got Boss Cookie, who's in third on a hot lap now. Let's see if he's up on his sector. He is 2/10 up, so this could be a really good lap for Boss Cookie. Hopefully he can keep it together coming into the final sector. The penultimate corner, a really fast right-hander. Then you shift down to fourth for this final turn, but he runs wide. He might have invalidated that. But no, he didn't. He moves up to second ahead of Ham Newton with a 104.6. Oh, we have Taylor Clan around. Don't know what that's about. We might have lost it. We have Trace Me on a lap. The other Ferrari driver on the grid today. Let's see what he can set. He's up on his personal best. And he's gonna abort that, going straight into the pits. As we have Meanfern and Aldifer out on the soft compound, so it looks like they're switching up their strategy. as we have 8 minutes left here in qualifying. Chandler half a second ahead of his nearest competitor, so he's definitely got to be feeling good so far. Looks like Mean Fern's gonna get ready for his hot lap on those. It looks like Aldifer's right behind him, so Aldifer might be using his toe. Depends on where he is. It might not be a big one to where he feels his wake, and Mean Fern runs wide, so I think he's gonna have to back off of that lap. Let's go on board with Aldifer. See what the Williams driver can do, sitting in 12th right now. But he does have those soft compounds on, so he's definitely going to probably jump up this next lap. Aldifer's coming into the final few corners. It looks like he's abandoning. So interesting from that. Let's go on board with Chandler, who's on a flyer, and ooh, full lock up there. I think he kind of got. I think he might have backed out from it actually. No, I still think Chandler's going on his hot lap. It definitely kind of rattled him a little bit though with the. This lap definitely has to be invalidated, and it doesn't. Wow, 104.1 for Chandler as he extends his gap. But Ham closed it down to 3/10. Boss Cookie in 4th still, as we have Taylor on a flyer now. And this qualifying session is just ruthless because you can find so much time. Let's see what the... Taylor does across the line. The young Torosa driver doesn't improve. We have Ham on an out lap. Chandler's heading back out. So they have about 4 minutes. They can get about 4 more runs. Well, 3 more runs in if they really went for it. Most likely only get 2 more runs. This Ham's getting ready to set up a flyer. So here goes Ham on his flyer. So we have Boss Cookie who's also on a flyer. Let's see what his sector time is coming up. Coming into the last few corners. It runs really wide. I don't think that they'll keep that lap time. He's actually out of fuel, I think. No? He backed out of it though. Chandler went into the pit, so he didn't set a lap, I don't think. As everybody's starting to head in, getting ready for that optimal zone when there is the most grip on track, and that's where you will see the fastest laps of qualifying. As Boss Cookie retires from qualifying. That's interesting. As we have a racing point of Chandler heading out onto the circuit, so he's heading out early. Maybe trying to get 2 more runs in. It'd definitely be a stretch. It'd definitely be really close, especially since he'd have to cook it both laps just to make it 2 runs. So this is probably going to be his last run. As he is the only man out on circuit. As now Mean Fern is as well. So I guess I spoke too soon there. As you can see, all the drivers starting to head out, getting ready for their final qualifying lap. As we'll go on board with Chandler, see if he can improve from his impressive 104.1. Amazing time from the young American, who is also our current championship leader for Split 1. And it doesn't look like he's going this lap, so I can see what he's trying to get more than the optimal temperature in the tires so that he has as much grip as he can. So he's taking these 2 laps easy. That's an interesting tactic from Chandler. I think it can work out for him, but he's also going to start with more tire wear if he only does the 1 run. Because he is going out for basically 3 laps now. So he is going to have more tire wear at the start than, say, Ham or even Jared, who I didn't even realize hopped up to second. Now it looks like Chandler's going to start backing off as he has this man in second, Jared right ahead of him as Mean Fern retires from qualifying. Don't know if he just couldn't get a lap in or he backed out. Yeah, but here Chandler goes. Chandler's going to start to rev it up. He's going to fly out this last corner as fast as he can. Let's see what the championship leader can do as we're going to follow him on his flying lap. Also try and keep track of Jared and see what he does as well, as he is 3/10 down, so he could possibly even take pole from Chandler. As Jared's first sector is down, Alan Hugo, wow, he went up to second, 2/10 from Chandler as he won't get a second lap. But Chandler is down on his sector, his first sector. See what Chandler can do coming into the final corner. He's going to run wide just a bit. Is it going to be faster? It is. He's going to break into the 103s, but it's not valid. So he's going to have to hope and pray that that 104.1 stays. As Deer Hunter is supporting Taylor with the draft as he comes around the final quarter. Taylor loses it a little bit. Wow, that was definitely interesting. Ferrari Nut's going to jump up to 7th. We have Cheesy Train on a lap. No, he's actually done. So that's going to be qualifying. Chandler P1 with Alan Hugo 2nd. Jared 3rd. Ham 4th. And Sparky. Great performance by Sparky. Rounds out your top 5. And that's going to be your qualifying for the Austrian, not Australian. My bad there. Chandler P1, Alan Hugo P2, Jared P3, Ham P4, Sparky P5, Boss Cookie P6, Ferrari Nut 7th, Taylor 8th, Deer 9, and Cheesy Train rounds out your top 10. As we're going to be waiting for the drivers to do their final checks, it looks like we're going to be getting ready with the formation lap shortly. Interesting that they didn't take a break. As off they go with their formation lap. A short formation lap, so getting those tires up to temperature is crucial, because it is only like, I believe, like a minute 30 for their warm up. So it is a short lap, and they're getting those tires up to temperature is definitely going to be priority. As you can see, Chandler weaving side to side, trying to get as much temperature into the tires as he can without trying to actually wear down the tires too much. As you can see, the long train of cars behind him. Getting ready for the Austrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring, noted by the huge bull in the middle of the track. Austria made its reappearance back in 2014, and has had, I'd say, some pretty interesting races in real life and multiple league races, as well as the BRL Asian Pacific League. Has had some interesting races here as well. As they're getting started to get lined up, Chandler getting into his grid slot. Alan Hugo following right beside him, with DRC Jared in 3rd and Ham in 4th. It looks like they're all set, so we're going to wait for the lights. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's away for the Austrian Grand Prix. Amazing start from Chandler as he takes off. Ham's going to have a look on Allen on the inside as they go 3 wide into turn 1. Allen's going to lose that second to Ham. Maybe Jared is there going to go 3 wide again into turn 2. Amazing by second, third, and fourth as everybody slows up as Chandler begins to really take off. Too wide with, I think that's Ham and Jared. As Allen lost a place to Sparky. So not the ideal start for Allen. As Cheesy Train goes down to the grid, he runs off the circuit. That's not good for the Red Bull driver and his team's home race. Unlucky for Cheesy Train as we go back to the action. Everybody's starting to single file out as it's kind of hard to run side by side here. This Cheesy Train goes into the pit, so he might have some wing damage. Unfortunate for the Red Bull driver. We're looking down the grid. This Cheesy Train finally gets out of the pits when Chandler's already in the already in the last sector. DRC Jerry gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's also a thing you have to worry about Austria, is that it's so easy to run wide here, and it's so easy to pick up time penalties. Just like France, they have a lot of runoffs, especially at the corners, but those runoffs can be unforgiving as well. As Jared starts to close on Chandler, he's going to try and pick a fight for first. As Hugo and Ham start to battle it out, almost running side by side. Is Hugo gonna have a look on Ham going into 3? No, he's not. He's gonna back out. He's gonna try and sensible. He's gonna try and cut under the inside. That's not gonna work. As he is all over Ham, the title contender, as he watches Chandler and Jared drive off into the distance. Already has a 2-second gap. Hugo is all over the back of him. Is he going to have a look into the penultimate corner? He's looking. He's not going to go for it. He's going to back out. He's just going to follow. As he's going to have DRS, as we're already on lap 4, believe it or not. As Trace Me... Oh, there's an accident! Trace Me spins out. Don't know what that was about, but Trace Me drops down to 12th. Boss Cookie's out. Unlucky for the Ferraris. So was there contact between the two Ferraris? As we're gonna go back on board, Hugo found a way around Ham while all that was happening. So everything unfolding here. Is Ham's gonna try and follow Alan Hugo, or is he starting to fall, or is his tires beginning to fall off? Because he is starting to lose to Alan Hugo, as Hugo is starting to build a gap to him. But he is gonna have DRS, who he's definitely gonna be closing here. Saving his ERS, he's already really low. As we're already on lap 5 and we've already had 1 DNF. So it looks like Deer Hunter got around his teammate Taylor, as you can see the long single file in front of them. Is Jared still over the back of Chandler? As Hugo gets a time penalty for multiple warnings, that's a 3-second. As Jared is 6/10 down on Chandler, as you can see him sliding a bit, as the tires are starting to go just a little bit. The softs don't really last long. There's Ferrari now starting to close down on Sparky. And Taylor Clan's all over the back of his teammate. Can he make a move going uphill into turn 2? He's going to throw it into overtake mode, but Deer Hunter also has DRS. So I don't think he's going to get the move this lap. As Ham's down to 3/10 on Hugo, is he going to be looking soon? it looks like Hugo is actually conserving, so is Ham. Ham's trying to build up those ERS so he can put on an attack on Hugo. The Haas all over the back of the McLaren. It looks like Ferrari Nut's still all over the back of Sparky as well. Sparky's gonna move over to the inside as he's trying to decoy him, I think. But Ferrari Nut's gonna have ERS, well DRS, and he's gonna have a lot of ERS to spend. But Sparky's not gonna give him any draft. He's gonna move all the way to the inside wall. Oh, and Ferrari Nut loses it a little bit. Got loose. Now, does he have any wing damage as he gets thrown behind his teammate Reimer? It doesn't look like he has any damage, thankfully. As Taylor's gonna be looking to move on Deer Hunter, can he do it going into 3? No, he can't. He's gonna back out of it. And we also have Reimers closing in on Taylor and Deer as they battle it out. As the Toro Rossos are running really well in 6th and 7th currently. As Reimer is closing in even more as he slides a little bit. It looks like Ferrari Nut is kind of struggling. I think something's up, or he might have worn out his tires a little bit or heated them up because of him half spinning basically. This Reimer gets a time penalty for multiple warnings. I think he ran wide going out of 1. As Deer Hunter's looking at Sparky, as Ham moved up to 3rd and he's starting to gap him. Ham's starting to try and close in on Chandler and Jared got past Chandler. So I wasn't paying attention when that happened, so I don't know if maybe he passed him in the DRS section or Chandler had a little mishap. But it does look like the tires are starting to go on these soft runners. As they're already on 7 laps on these softs. As Taylor's gonna be looking on Deer, as Sparky does his move once again when he moves all the way to the inside. As now it's a 3-way battle, even 4-way battle for 5th right now. Ferrari Nut gets a penalty for multiple warnings. I think he ran out of. And then look at that, Deer Hunter's gonna be looking. Can't get it. As Trixie retires from the session. I don't know what that's about. Maybe he wrecked. Let's see if we can find his car anywhere. Nope, doesn't look like it. Cheesy Train's gonna pick up a penalty. He moves up to 12th. More than 23 seconds down on 11th, so definitely unlucky for him. Sparky gets a time penalty as well. So man, everybody's just racking up time penalties so far. Sparky's doing some amazing defending to be able to hold back 3 cars who are definitely on the attack of everybody. As the 2 Toro Rossos are definitely assaulting, putting an attack on Sparky as Ferrari Nut comes out of the pits in 11th. As Deer Hunter got past Sparky, now can Taylor Clan also pull off the same move? Oh, and Deer Hunter gets a little bit squirrely. That's going to close up Sparky and Taylor. Now is there going to be team tactics and maybe Deer's maybe going to hold up Sparky so that Taylor can get around Sparky and then they're going to work as a team. Because that's what it definitely looks like right now is Taylor's all over the back of Sparky. Is he going to make a move on him? As they all run into the inside wall. Taylor runs back out. Sparky's going to defend the inside. As here comes Taylor on Sparky around the outside. He runs wide. Wide Taylor. That's going to open the door for Reimers. He's going to get DRS as well. And he's probably going to have a better run than Taylor. So is he going to make a move into 3? No, it's still a 4-way battle between them. As Reimer's making a move on Taylor side by side. Reimer gets the move done on Taylor. Nice move there from the Alpha driver as he's going to try and close up on Sparky, who is all over the back of Deer Hunter. So definitely a really close mid-pack so far, with Chandler still in second behind Jared in the Renault. As it looks like, who is that? Reimer goes into the pits. And Allen got past. Oh, Allen runs wide. And that's going to open the door for him, and he's going to say thank you and take that away from him. But can Allen make a move going into 2? It doesn't look like it. The Sparky's going to come out of the pits in 9th. As we're going to go back to that battle for 5th. It looks like it kind of died down, but Taylor's still trying to find a way around Reimer after making a mistake at the hairpin, I believe it was. Well, not really a mistake. It's Taylor spins. He half spins, he saves it. So his tires are definitely gone. So he needs to pit this lap. As you can see, the green wrench. That means he's pitting this lap. Now is Chandler going to pit this lap is the question. As these tires are 11 laps old. And is he... Oh, Chandler spins! Chandler spins! He's facing the wrong direction. He gets clipped by him. That is not good for Chandler, the championship leader. Drama at Austria. Reimer moves up to 4th, Deer Hunter to 5th. Taylor then dives into the pits, Meanfern to 7th. Chandler finally gets into the pits. This is not good for the championship leader. I'm starting to lose. I can't really think this fast. So much drama's been happening within 13 laps of this 36-lap race. As Hugo has DRS on him, is he going to make a move going into 3? He's going to try around the outside. He's sliding. Ham shuts the door on him. Chandler drops down to last as he throws on the mediums. But those are the... Is he going to go soft, medium? Because telemetry says he's on the mediums, but it shows that he's on the soft, so it might be just a glitch. As he did lose a lot of positions there. He lost a position to the Taylor, Ferrari Nut, and Sparky. So unlucky for the championship leader, as it looks like Jared's in the pits, Ham's in the pits, Hugo's in the pits, Deer, Meanfern's now as he's on his medium he started on. Reimer's still staying out, which is kind of interesting considering he's already seen what happened to those softs. People have been spinning. Nothing's been going their way for the people on the softs so late in the race. Unless he can manage them this last lap, but he's definitely going to be slower. As Hugo, even out of the pits, is still all over the back of him. Is he going to make a move into 2? No, he's not, but he's going to have DRS. Can he make a move? And it looks like Sparky caught onto the back of those two. So Sparky's going to be basically fighting for almost the race win. As Jared's basically in a class of his own right now. So he is 5 seconds ahead of him. As Reimer finally dives into the pits on those old softs. As now Meanfern takes the lead for now. As he's on 13 lap old mediums. So Jared, it's going to be Ham, and then Hugo, Sparky, Deer, Ferrari Nut, Aldifer, Taylor, and Chandler is going to be your current ways. It looks like Reimer comes out ahead of Chandler as well, so Chandler has a lot of work to do, the championship leader. After spinning out heavily. As Hugo's going to be looking on him, can he make the move into 3? He's on the hards, he's going to try around the outside again, but last time Ham shut the door on him. He left the door open this time, but can he make the move? Going into the double left-hander, no, he's going to back out of it. Is he going to try and get the power on first before Ham? It doesn't work too well. He's going to close a little bit. He's definitely going to be wanting that front straight as he gets super close to Ham there. The battle for third rages on, which is second at the moment. As he's going to back out from the main straight, he's going to try the second DRS activation zone. Back-to-back DRS activation for them. As Jared gets past Mean Fern, who's on old mediums, with Jared being on brand new mediums. As Hugo gets past Ham, Deer gets past Ferrari as they run, as Ferrari runs wide. Can he make the move back though? Is the real question. As they go down into turn 3. Chandler, so Chandler did catch back up, so which is good for him as he's going to have to start making progress. With only 11 runners left in this race, he's going to have to make strides to get back up in there and back into the contention. Well, I think he is out of contention actually, but he's to get at least solid to where he's not damaged too much. Deer Hunter leading that pack of 4 drivers, actually 5. I was as Chandler gets past Aldifer, so he's ready to start to make his move. As Jared's already extending from Mean Fern, and Hugo is starting to pull away from him just a bit, but as seen before, that doesn't mean a whole lot as Ham's closed the gap before, Hugo's closed the gap before and passed him and then built the gap. So it could just be a play again of what happened last time, but Hugo is on the longer lasting tire, which is quite interesting. So does he have more pace than Ham? As we saw in qualifying, Hugo did out-qualify him, as Hugo did start second. Sparky's in, which would be 4th right now as we're waiting for Mean Fern to pit. And then we have that battle for 5th now, as Deer Hunter's caught up to the back of Reimer, with Ferrari Nut behind him, and then Taylor's trying to catch on, so is Sparky and Chandler. As Aldifer actually got past Chandler again. That's interesting, I wonder what happened there. Does he have wing damage? That's my question. I'm trying to see. No, he is. He does have wing damage. Chandler is missing his right end plate. So unlucky for the championship leader as he's going to dive into the pits. Unlucky, he's going to have to make his second pit stop on what would be a one-stop race. So definitely not how Chandler planned today going out. how today would be planned out. He's gonna throw on the hards. He's gonna be taking these all the way to the end. Look at that. Fifth right now. Dearner's gonna be looking to move on Reimer. Can he do it? No, he's gonna back out. He's gonna play the smart route. It's Ferrari. He's in an Alfa Romeo sandwich right now. And then one of the Alfa Romeos is in a Toro Rosso sandwich. As Hugo's caught up to the back of me front, he's made an overtake. Now he has that buffer between him and Ham. Can Meanford hold up Ham in any way, or will he? Or will he just let him go knowing that he still has to make a pit stop and Ham... I don't think Ham does. As Hugo's been able to start to pull out, as Deer Hunter gets past... Oh, they're side by side! And Reimer's gonna have to... DRS as they're still side by side going down into 3. What's gonna happen here? Who's gonna break latest? Deer Hunter's gonna cut to the inside. Doesn't work. He loses it a little bit. Reimer's gonna keep 5th. Well, 6th at this time. As Ferrarina is trying to catch up to Deer Hunter, hopefully get in front of him. As Taylor's all over the back of Ferrarina, can he be looking at a move soon? We'll see on this DRS straight. It is a 4-way battle for theoretical 5th at this point. So no, he's not going to be able to make a move. Neither is Ferrari, Deer Hunter, or Ferrari. As it's still a 4-way battle. With Alderfer quite a ways behind, and then Chandler, unlucky 21 seconds behind Alderfer. It's definitely a really rough race so far for the championship leader. He's looking at not even getting points so far at this current state. So we're going to cut back to that 4-way battle. And we're going to view it from right here with Taylor. They're kind of evenly spaced out. Taylor's, peeking out of the racing line, trying to see where and when he can make a move. As he is going to have DRS. As Hugo and him are having a battle, like I said earlier, it is so easy to... Oh, whoa, something happened here. Ferrari now gets in front of all 3. Reimer slots into 6. And then Taylor in 7th and 8th. So what happened here for Reimer to fall, for Ferrari not to jump up and Reimer to drop down? And it looked like Ham did get past Hugo again, so Ham's tires are definitely feeling better than Hugo's at this point. So it's 2 Alphas, 2 Toro Rossos battling it out for the last spot in the top 5. As Hugo is closing in on him, he's looking at a move around the outside. He's done this before, he's tried it before. Is it going to work? No, it isn't. Is he going to try to look in the 4? No, he's not. As Hugo's trying to find a way around him, trying to get that second place. As we're on lap 24 of this 36 lap race. Allen gets past him. As Deer Hunter picks up a penalty. Mainfern gets past Aldifer. As Aldifer finally pits. Can Chandler get around Aldifer for the last points position for this race? It looks like he is. It's going to be close. Can Chandler do it? He is. Chandler's going to get around Aldifer, but Aldifer now is on those softs, so he's going to be attacking. As we are going to cut back to Ham and Hugo, who are battling it out for second still. As Ham's going to have DRS as he's close to Hugo. Can he make anything of it? Ham gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Unlucky for him. That's definitely going to be a factor once the race does end. The time penalties are. Can Ham get a better run than Hugo? He's going to have DRS. He's going to be burning some ERS as well. He's going to try to look on the inside on Hugo. And he's going to do it. Hugo just left that door open. Ham said, "Thank you, I will take that." As now Hugo's all over the back of Ham. He's going to try around the outside. Nope, he backs out, and that's going to open a gap a little bit. So can Ham use that gap and try and stretch away from Hugo? Excuse me. Can he use that to try and stretch and get out of the DRS zone to where he's somewhat safe if he can keep a constant pace? So we're going to go back to our battle for 5th. Looks like Ferrari Nut's starting to extend the gap a little bit, as they're all kind of still spaced out, so nothing really happening. As Aldifer is right behind Chandler, and he's going to make that move. Devastating for Chandler. As Meanfern's on his softs as well, so those are definitely his last tires. So Ferrari in a 5-lap older tires than his teammate, but he is still running really good. Hugo's going to try and close up on Ham. Ham's tires are going to start to wear off a little bit, but Hugo's, because I believe, nope, it says that Hugo's on the mediums. Might have a telemetry issue because it shows him on the mediums, but I thought he was on the hards, or is it the other way around? Nope, they're both on mediums. Hugo picks up another time penalty. That's not what he needs. He needs to keep it clean, avoid as many penalties as possible. As Reimer's closing up on his teammate, he's going to look at a move on the inside. He's going to do it. Deer Hunter doesn't get it. Does Deer Hunter pick up wing damage from that? No, but his teammate Taylor. Whew. Taylor's looking at it. Deer Hunter, is he going to do it? Nope, he backs out of it. Smart move. So we're going to go back to Hugo and Ham. So that is definitely interesting. Back to our battle for 5th with the 4 drivers. The 2 Alphas and the 2 Toros. Looks like they're kind of catching on Sparky a bit. Which is kind of weird to say considering they're basically all battling unless they're all using each other to catch the Sparky. As Hugo's going to look at Ham, he's going to try and cut on the inside. Nope. Ham's going to hug that inside. Well, not really. He runs the racing line. He's going to try and defend as much as possible from Hugo. As Jared he's kind of acting comfortable out there. He might think this is going to be his first win of the season if he wins this race, which would be amazing for him. I think he did come into the season late, correct me if I'm wrong, so I don't really think he's in contention that much. But here comes Hugo on Ham. Is he going to have a move going up the hill? He's going to look around the outside. Can he do it? They're going to run side by side around the hairpin. Look, there it shows that he's on hards. It must be some sort of glitch. Oh yeah, there's definitely a tire glitch because it just switched from yellow to white. Weird. So Hugo did get around him as Deer Hunter Ferrari Nut switch places, so now it's a Alpha and a Toro sandwich. As they run side by side, can Ferrari get that position back? Yes, he does. Is Deer gonna look at a move? Nope, he's not gonna do it. Really interesting battle so far. So we've had a battle, we're having a battle for 2nd currently. We also have a battle for 5th. As we're on lap 30 now, Hugo seemed to be Is Taylor going to be looking at a move on his teammate? They're going to be running parallel to each other. It looks like the Alphas are battling in Reimer. And Ferrari not trade places there, but can Reimer get the power back on him? Be in mind that Ferrari is on 5-lap older tires, with Reimer having the newest tires in the bunch. Looks like Ham's starting to lose time to Hugo. So there is that gap. He didn't have I don't think he had DRS. He has DRS now. So can he start to put that charge back onto Hugo, as he is really low on ERS and fuel. So, but does he have a lighter, is he running lighter fuel is the question. Is that why he's having to back off every once in a while to save fuel before he goes on an attack? As we're looking at the 2 Alphas and 2 Tauruses battle still. They've been battling all race, even in the pit lane. It looks like Mean Fern's starting to catch up to them. So that'll be interesting. He's on the soft tires, so it's starting to get a little bit old. So we're gonna go helicopter cam. Up the hill they go. Looks like nothing's going to be happening for moves. And also, it looks like Chandler's starting to close up a bit on Aldifer as the softs begin to fall off. But we're going to cut back to that battle for 5th. Taylor gets a 3-second time penalty. So my question is there team tactics being put into play for the Alphas to keep the Toro Rossos behind? Is Deers going to be looking at Reimer going into 3? No, he's not. He's not going to think about it. Is he going to try and look into 4? There goes Deer Hunter. They run side by side. Do they make contact? Deer Hunter backs off a little bit. Did they make contact? I'm not too sure. Deer Hunter gets a 3-second time penalty. So I think all those drivers do have time penalties. Oh, and Deer Hunter gets the run on Ferrari nut, actually. My bad. Didn't see that overtake happen. But he's going to be looking at the inside. He's going to power through that Ferrari-powered Alfa Romeo. As Taylor's going to be looking at the inside of Reimer. That's going to be a double overtake for the Toro Rossos as they're both in a Alfa Romeo sandwich now. As we're looking at 2 laps to go, and it does look like Ham conceded the place to Hugo, but Ham's going to have a run again. Is he going to have a run on Hugo? It doesn't look like Hugo's pulling away. Wow. Guys, look at the ERS differences for those 2, as Jared looks like he's going to be getting his first win of the season, so definitely my driver of the day, personally, is going to have to go out to DRC Jared. He's been driving a flawless race. He's been staying out of the barriers. He's been avoiding any conflicts during the race. He's going to be starting his final lap. Now, it looks like Ham's starting to lose a bit to Hugo. So is Hugo going to put on the pressure for the final lap? Yep, he's kicking into overtake. He's going to try and defend his second position from Ham. As everybody's going to start to get a little antsy now. It's the final lap of the race. Or about to begin. As you can see, Deer Hunter kicks into overtake. Taylor kicks into medium. And then Ferrari Nut's running in high. So you can see that the newer tires are starting to take over as Ferrari Nut's kind of lost some pace. And looks like Deer Hunter making a move on 5th. He's made it. Can Reimer make the move? He's going to run wide. Is Deer Hunter going to go on the inside? Yes, he is. Now it's a matter of who can get the run. It looks like Reimer has DRS, but can Deer make the move into 3? No, he can't. He's going to have to back out of it. Can Taylor make any of this? As it's going to be an interesting battle for 5th, as we're going to have to go to DRC Jared winning the BRL Split 1 at Austria. As we're going to have to quickly cut back to the battle for 5th. As it is not over yet, can Deer Hunter make a comeback on Reimer going into the final 2 corners? I think he's too far back, but he might be able to do it. No, it doesn't look like it. He's going to try as hard as he can, but it doesn't look like he's going to be 5th. But what's going to happen with the time penalties as Ham moves up to 2nd? Reimer's going to stay at 5th. Ferrari Nut's gonna move up to 6th. Deer under 8th. Taylor 9th. And Chandler, is he gonna move up to 10th? Wow. What a race. I kind of lost my voice at the end. Nope, Chandler's gonna stay in 11th. So DRC Jared's gonna win BRL Split 1 Austria. But unlucky for Chandler, the championship leader, not scoring any points today, as the Renault driver steps onto the podium. Winning his first race, he has to be ecstatic about that. He has to be the happiest man on the grid probably right now. Amazing job by them today. As we're gonna go ahead and pull them into the party, and we're gonna get the after race. We're gonna get the invites sent out for the party so that we can do our post-race interviews. Amazing job though for DRC Jared picking up his first win. Then it's Sparky in 4th, Reimer in 5th, Ferrari Nut in 6th, Mean Fern in 7th, Deer 8th, followed closely behind by his teammate Taylor in 9th. And then Aldifer is going to round out your top 10. Alright drivers, joining, make sure you please check that the box on your party chat so that you can have your audio included for the post-race interviews. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, Jared, do you have your audio included?
Yeah.
Alright, so I believe this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your first win in BRL Split 1, so you definitely have to be feeling good about that. So what was your reactions of today? And I didn't catch it on the stream, but how I want you to explain how you got past Chandler and how you managed to stay away out of trouble and keep it a relatively clean race.
Yeah. I don't know, I was just sitting behind Chandler, saving battery and fuel for a majority of it, and then I think he was trying to do the same, so I passed him into turn 3, and then I think he was just sitting behind saving battery, and then he passed me. Actually no, sorry, I stayed ahead of him and he made a mistake. I don't know if he had a puncture or what happened at last corner, second to last corner, but after that I just wasn't pushing at all, just trying to make sure I didn't get any more penalties or whatever, so yeah.
Yeah, an amazing result. Definitely have to be feeling good. On to Ham. Ham, it didn't look like you had entirely the pace to, get a podium today, as you were kind of down on qualifying, it seemed. As I would have thought, personally, you would have been up more, but you did come through and you had an amazing battle with Hugo. So, finishing second, though, that must be feeling really good with Chandler out of the points today.
Yeah, I guess with the pace I had, I probably shouldn't have gotten second, but I did mess up quality. I definitely had more pace there, but I just invalidated my last 2 laps. So in the race, I was just trying to stick with Hugo really, and then he made a few mistakes. I got by, then he got by again. So I was just hanging in DRS. Like, I never lost it. I was definitely probably at like 0.9 at some points. I just kind of hung in there, and I was like, all right, I'll try to save a little bit for the last like 2 laps, but then he just made a mistake first corner, so I'll take it for sure.
Alright, and then Hugo, I think this is your second podium, 2 in a row now, so you definitely have to be feeling good, being somewhat new to BRL Split 1 still, and already having 2 podiums.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those races, sort of a bit all over the place with Ham and also with Jared and Chandler having their battles, but yeah, I think the pace was average, could have been better, but yeah, I'll take P3.
Yeah, and it was definitely well deserved. Well, that's going to conclude Split 1 here at Austria. Tune in on Monday for Split 2 at Austria, and then back Friday with me once again for Silverstone. I want to thank you for stopping by today, and I will catch you later.